Hello and welcome to Operation Crypto and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to do a project review on Statera. We'll have a look at the basic fundamentals about a project and then have a look where you can buy the asset. So if you're interested in finding out more, please make sure you do hit that like button, make sure you are subscribed, and let's crack on. So hello, welcome. This is a project review on Statera. We will have a look at the main page of their website first, run through all the information that we have in here. We'll have a look at Etherscan, have a look at the tokenomics, we'll have a look at coin marketcap, and then we will finish up by just giving a bit of a summary towards the end. So Statera, which is ticker STA, is a smart contract powered indexed deflationary token, which is IDT, a bit easier to say, which synergizes with a trustless and community-driven portfolio of class-leading cryptocurrencies. Every trade for Statera creates an arbitrage opportunity, with increases volume across the entire Statera ecosystem, resulting in higher fees paid to liquidity providers. As you can see, we have the price here, and that is the basic ticker of that. So, 3 key points to note. It is a deflationary asset, meaning that the supply gradually gets smaller over time. Statera's core algorithm is designed to ensure that every transaction, 1% of the amount transacted, is destroyed. So in theory, that does pretty much burn parts of the supply once a transaction is complete. The exchange is a smart exchange routing, including but not limited to Kyber, 0x relays, Uniswap, and balancer, and has also had a smart contract audit completed by Hacken. If you're not familiar with Hacken, then I've done a previous video on them before, which you can check out. And then the portfolio side of it is constant arbitrage trading opportunities, keeps Statera's portfolio weights and tokens in a constant ratio, which is key. So that's those 3 areas covered. We now need to look into how those 3 actually impact on the ecosystem and how we can develop from this current position that we are in. So looking into the ecosystem itself, Statera's extended ecosystem is made up of various liquidity pools in which all tokens maintain a share of the portfolio's value through the use of smart contract portfolio manager. When an assets ratio increases relative to the others, the portfolio will rebalance itself, as you can see here. For example, if this token here, Statera, then it absolutely dumps, the other ones will outweigh itself. They will complete arbitrage trading opportunities, and then that will, in theory, rebalance itself. So it does say here, this is accomplished by utilizing arbitrage opportunities in the external markets for the imbalanced tokens. Anyone can participate in the arbitrage by providing liquidity. Every fund comes in the form of a liquidity pool, which allows for trading on decentralized exchanges like Uniswap. Each of the pool facilitates a trade. You're paid a fee as a reward. So these fees are automatically compounded, which then increases the value of your fund. The deflationary aspect of Statera inside the pools results in increased volume. As liquidity grows, the higher the volume and the higher the fees. Portfolio options come in different levels. So we have 4 different portfolio options. We have the Statera or wrap Statera, which is WSTA. We have the dual asset funds with 50-50 weighted, diversifying both of your investments. We have the Statera yield funds, and then finally we have multi-asset funds, resulting in even further investment diversification. So Statera, as we do know, that is their principal digital asset, which forms a cornerstone of the entire ecosystem. And then the wrapped Statera is minted by wrapping our native Statera token. The conversion process will always generate 0.99 WSTA from every 1 STA after deflation. And then we have the dual asset pool. So running into these now, the dual asset pools is pretty much the STA against ETH. So if you're providing liquidity, you will provide 50% ETH and 50% WSTA onto the Uniswap liquidity pool. That is the same as it works for providing liquidity across any project. Most of the time, you do provide ETH against another asset. And finally, moving into the 3 different asset funds which you could choose to add liquidity to. So we have a Titan fund, which is the flagship fund. We have a high risk fund, and then the low risk fund. Here you can see a breakdown of all the assets which is in each asset fund. So we'll just run through this one here. It has 50% STA, which is the flagship token itself, then 12.5% against ETH, 12.5% against BTC, SNX, and Link. As you can see, other information about high risk funds are down here for the low risk and the high risk fund. Personally, sometimes I also quite like looking at these high risk funds because, as you can see, it will swing a lot, but the opportunities for growth is absolutely massive there. So that is a basic run through the main page of their website. What we're going to do now is have a look through the light paper, which will give us a lot of information further to what we have not covered on the main page of the website. So one key point I did not say that it is an ERC20 token, which serves to supercharge any liquidity pool in which it is incorporated. The total Statera supply is constantly decreasing as its deflation mechanism results in 1% of the STA involved in each transaction being permanently removed from circulation. One key point I have not talked about here is the goals of the Statera ecosystem. So we in the Statera community believe that DeFi is a future of finance. We aim to make these tools accessible to everyone, and by lowering the barrier to entry, we hope to bring sustainable passive incomes to the masses. That's what we are looking for. We do know that crypto moves in bull cycles and bear cycles, and we need ways that we can generate an income when the price is not always going up. So for example, in a bear market, you pretty much want to hold assets, which you could yield farm, or which you could have a smart contract like this earning you that passive income when the markets are not always going up. One key point I would just like to highlight, it as a proven concept and a proven team. Following the addition of WSTA in the ecosystem, users who participated in balancer pools containing WSTA saw returns from their fees that frequently doubled those of other similar sized pools. And the team itself is 100% composed of community members. That therefore gives it that decentralized aspect. And after critical exploiting a balancer pool exchange code drained $400,000 liquidity from users, the Statera team worked tirelessly to ensure that the community was paid back in full. Along with Balancer Labs, Statera refunded all the amount that was lost, which was at the time was $1.5 million, which is absolutely massive. So that's the light paper covered. What I want to do now is just have a look at some of the tokenomics. So as we do know that Statera is STA and it is an ERC20 token. Looking at explorers, we'll look at that in a second, and we'll have a look at the block explorer and have a look at what's going on with tokenomics. So looking at maximum supply here, it is 101 million. Currently in circulation is 81% of that, 81.5 million. We do know that is obviously deflation, so that supply will drop. If you're looking at the price here today, it is pretty much 8 cent, 8.1 cent, 5% down in today's trading, and that market cap is low. This is classed as a, I mean, you could even call it a nano cap or micro cap, whichever you want to say. It's less than $10 million, $6.6 million. If you are looking to get hold of some Statera, we're on quite a few exchanges really. Uniswap is getting predominantly most of the volume there, but we're also on Hotbit 1inch, who I've never heard of that one to be fair, but I've heard of Uniswap, but Uniswap being the main one there against wrapped Ether. One key point as well, which I would like to look at, is the all-time high. Scrolling down here to the right, we did hit 50 cent back in September of last year. We do know what happened in September last year. Well, August, September of 2020, we did that massive DeFi boom, and Statera peaked right up to 50%. We have had a major pullback from then, so you could say that now is it's looking like a very tasty time to invest in the project. Just taking a run over Etherscan, we'll be able to look at some of the actual details of a project. So if you are looking to add this to your MetaMask or your private Ethereum wallet, these are the details to use. Do not use any other details from this. Go to Etherscan or click the direct link on CoinMarketCap. You can just type it up here, type in Statera, and you will find the actual one. Not wrap Statera, click on the one there, which is STA ticker. Make sure you put that contract address into your MetaMask, and that will add the information there. Taking a look at the holders, we currently have 4,864 holders, which is quite a substantial amount. Looking at a maximum supply, that is now at 81.4 million, so that is reducing as time goes on, and those fees are getting burnt. Looking at the holders, you can see who's holding what. You can see that the WSTA token, so that's the wrapped Statera tokens, that is the main wallet there, with 23% of investors wrapping their tokens up. That is some of the major information there. One other key point I would like to just talk to you about is not that is only just on the Etherscan chain, but Statera is now available on the Binance Smart Chain as well. Currently, we do know that Ethereum fees are an absolute joke. So getting Statera on the Binance Smart Chain is it's quite a big bit of news really. This is quite fresh, the 6th of April, so you're talking less than 2 weeks old, this news. It just says here, a few weeks ago we announced our first step to increasing accessibility to the Statera ecosystem. Today we are very pleased to announce another. So Statera is now live on Binance Smart Chain and available for trading through PancakeSwap. So PancakeSwap, very similar to Uniswap if you have not used it before. Currently they are getting an absolute ton of volume through PancakeSwap. BNB itself is absolutely in astronomical parabolic growth. So this is a major step in my opinion for Statera. It does get them out there, it does get them onto a more liquid exchange, and it is more accessible, like it says there, for people to use. So that is going to do it for this video on Statera. I do like what this project is doing. We do like things that are deflationary. We don't like, you know, the old school mining proof of work when, like Dogecoin for example, that just keeps growing and growing and growing, where we need that deflationary asset. It does give us a reason to invest in, and what they've got going on here with all the different portfolio funds that you can do, I think it's quite a cool concept. So that will do it for today's video. If you do have any questions regards to STA, Statera, then jump into my Telegram group, which is a Crypto Troops, and I'll happily help you, or jump into the Statera Telegram group. You'll find that on the on CoinMarketCap too. So thanks very much for watching. Please make sure that you do subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and I'll catch you next time.